Dogtown would have been in trouble, but he ults the wave.
Yeah.
And he does scout out Canyon with the minefield. And so in return, KT, they got that Fierce Dragon, the Ocean Dragon as well. A nice one to pick up early. They'll get the grubs too, so it's a pretty nice early start.
Yeah, it's a quiet one, but it's one where KT aren't falling massively behind, so that's going to be a good look for them.
Yeah, we have seen Perfect fall a little bit behind in terms of the farm department. How did he know?
Oh, he's not here, I guess.
He's checking the brush.
Yeah.
Beating now with heal in pocket. Yeah, fun champ.
Yeah, that's the thing about the Zoe, you don't really have to interact with Victor.
Hey, stop playing with your fanny pack. You need the Bearskin Tactical Hoodie 4.0 to get comfortable in the wild. It's the ultimate 10-pocket utility hoodie for fishing, golf, hunting, camping, boating, or conquering foreign lands. Thousands of men trust the Bearskin hoodie to block wind and repel rain for incredible comfort and breathability wherever you go. Because the average hoodie made these days is weak, flimsy, and it has one weirdo kangaroo pocket in the front. And listen, you're not a kangaroo, you're a man. Choose between the original 340 GSM Bearskin or the brand new 210 GSM midweight Bearskin for milder days. Both are finished with chunky SAB zips and come in sizes up to 4XL. You're seeing this video because we want to offer you 60% off the Bearskin 4.0 with free delivery. And you may not see this video again, so click the button below now to reserve your order, or you can go to stopbadhoodies.com to claim your discount. Thousands of men already love wearing the Bearskin hoodie, with loads of 5-star reviews on Trustpilot. Because honestly, your average kangaroo hoodie these days is big, baggy, and useless, like wearing a trash bag with a fanny pack. That's why we built the Bearskin hoodie like a tank, with the ultimate combination of strength, storage, and breathability. And with the improved winsulation technology on the waist, arms, and hood, you can customize your insulation to match the weather. Finally, the ultimate 3-in-1 travel jacket for men who choose to be prepared without being weighed down. Just like you, we hate carrying man bags, duffel bags, or messenger bags to keep our valuables safe and dry. Because hey, you're not a messenger, you're a man. That's why this is the world's only outdoor utility hoodie with 10 pockets to keep everything on you and nothing flapping behind you. So, does the Bearskin hoodie actually look good on a day-to-day basis? No, it looks fantastic. This is a hoodie you can take out into the wild, wear at home, or on the plane, or while you're climbing up a glacier on your hands and knees. With a fully adjustable design, you'll get...
He tries to laser you, you're out of range. And then if you land a bubble, he can't do anything except put down a stun field and hope. Maybe he gets a trade at the end, but if the Zoe plays it well, you don't. So you just kind of sit there and take a bunch of damage. You can clear waves at least as Victor.
We did get his flash back up though. You know, we were talking about that window of the punishment just before the flash is coming up. Seems like Chovy did play safe around that. The punish didn't come in, and it's been pretty slow, measured game. Both teams not really going super aggressive.
Yeah.
And this does feel like it's a very feast or famine game. You know, one team has a Kiana, which that champ is the most... Honestly, I've seen so many games that champion is just completely useless or just kills everyone instantly.
Yeah.
And on the other side, Zoe, Nocturne, definitely champions where if you fall behind, borderline useless. If you're ahead, so annoying to deal with.
Yeah. You get the Wolf turret mid, Zoe tier 1. You begin to snowball really heavily, very quickly on the Zoe. If you lose your turret, well, you're not really doing anything.
Yeah.
You can't look for picks. You don't have vision. You just kind of sit there, clear waves, but you're not even as good as other champs, other control mages at clearing waves. Still pretty good, but
the problem is it's just like you have to kind of ult in to clear the wave, and then you can just get like lasered or hit by ruler, and it feels pretty bad. Propane Hydra for Canyon, spooky item. just makes me think of Aatrox. You know, when he had that build and was just one-shotting?
That wasn't very fair, that build. I'm glad that's gone.
Is Aatrox ever fair? There's so many builds where it's just not okay.
Peter just hiding on bush, seeing what he can see. He is going to get hooked, though, and now Canyon's here, and the flash in front of the dredge line as Canyon gets in range. This Nocturne is coming in, a ton of damage coming out from Ducktop. Peter does go down, but the trade might just go over to KT as they take down Canyon. They're looking for Duro. And here comes Chovy just to push them away, but BDD has flashed himself and can just flash over, and eventually Duro will die. And the kill also goes over to BDD, who is now 2-0 on the Zoe.
Nice cleanup there. I feel like Gen G commit heavily for the pick onto the support. So much resources poured into killing Peter. And as a result, the turnaround pretty swift from the side of KT. Also Ziggs with 3 grubs. Getting a lot of...
Welcome to LaGrange, Georgia, USA, where all Duracell AA and AAA batteries are assembled. One factory, one set of standards. But what about Energizer Max AA's? They're assembled around the world. You can check for yourself right at the shelf. But Duracell AA's are assembled in the USA.
How?
Those are on me. Just kidding. You gotta pay for those.
Hey, Miss Makima, do you think I have a heart?
Yes, you do. The name's Reze. I can teach you everything. Let me teach you.
I might fall for this girl.
An enemy has been slain.
Bomb is coming. She's... Everybody's after my chainsaw heart! What about my heart? Genji's heart? Does nobody want that?
Boom.
Follow you here, Peter. Didn't go for the dredge line cancel. I think maybe, well, he didn't have vision at the time. And then the block from Duro. But then they also commit the flash ult from the Kiana. And he just lives a bit too long.
It's Nautilus.
Yeah. And then Canyon has already just lost all his health here. Cuz chases after Duro, and BDD has flash. Like, Chovy cuts the ground. Oh.
Chovy in a lot of trouble here. We got the storm down, but red buff even ticking as there's the empowered auto from BDD, who is now 3-0 and 1,000 gold ahead.
He's 3-0. Cuz has Hexplate and 2 kills for the Ultima Hunter, so his ult cooldown is significantly dropped. You know, these comps, there was elements of them that were Feast of Famine.
All right, trying to do something here, but...
Hold it out, yeah. I feel like KT, the 2 people he wanted to get ahead, BDD now has a big gold lead, and Cuz he gets his first item and those Ultima Hunter stacks, he's so strong.
Yeah, he really is. Fear comes in. On a Canyon just
you can't
pushes them away.
Oh,
There's the wall. And they really want to kill Peter a lot. The ult is not going to hit, and so Peter just going to dredge line the further wall. Not a very difficult one to miss.
Yeah.
Or to hit, rather.
You know, Kiana is one of these champions. Oh, Peter just tried to portal. He tried a hex gate with the blue buff on him.
Yeah.
Kiana is one of these champions that, like, you see some people on this pick and it just looks like they do more damage. They just look so mechanically proficient. It's insane. Canyon not showing that yet. The sleep lands. Oh, so much burst damage. He's just kiting the storm.
An enemy has been slain.
Yeah, nice to see the farming afterwards. But yeah, he's just calling the whole play the whole way through as he hits the sleep.
As soon as he hits the sleep, that play is just achieved. It's in the bag.
Yeah.
And now they're in such a strong position going forwards. You know, 2 dragons in pockets, a Hextech Soul as well. They have the 3 grubs. Plates do go down. Let's see how many the Ziggs actually got off the bot lane. but even so,
He got like 3? No, 2.
for gold from 2.
Yeah.
It's not ideal, but, you know, they did kind of just leave the Ziggs alone and play through the rest of the map. Level 11 now on BDD. He is so strong. 6 stacks on the Dark Seal as well.
And a needlessly large rod.
And I'm just saying,
next.
this draft, the triple flex of the Poppy, and given the Canada Canyon, I am yet to be impressed. And Canyon is obviously, we've seen him play so many picks through his career. At times, he's played very mechanically intensive picks. We know what he can be capable of. He needs to show up. You know, you can't have a last pick Kiana and come in and be missing ults on a Nautilus who just is walking in a straight line.
Yeah, absolutely. That was definitely one where everybody saw it and everybody would just said oof collectively.
Yeah.
You know, it's just very obvious. I'm sure Canyon feels pretty bad about it, but hopefully he can turn it around because they need him. Absolutely need him in this game. He's going to be one of the answers to the Zoe if they can close the distance. It will be the Kiana.
Yep. Honestly, he's one of the major threats onto the back line that they kind of need. Otherwise, you're just going to get poked out from a distance.
Yeah.
Genji trying to set up in the Herald. It's risky, though. If you get onto the Herald, it kind of sets up in a position where BDD can just fire poke at you if you start hitting it. You know, he's in a prime spot here.
There it is. Bubble is going to come down, and now Chovy, oh, he's just barely going to avoid that, as now the turn comes in onto the Ziggs. Ducktom in a bit of trouble. He's trying to satchel away. The ult is going to miss from the Poppy, as now Keen is in a whole lot of trouble. You see that damage coming out from the Poppy, and Genji just have to get away. The damage from the Zoe, rather, as BDD picks up more stacks, and Ducktom lives as well.
Yeah, Ducktom able to move in and clear the way. Oh!
Yeah, he...
That's a lot of... Oh, it lands!
Uh-oh. There's a lot of trouble here for Chovy, and he goes as the giant bomb from the Ziggs on top of the Zoe damage is just too much to deal with, although nobody's dying. Everybody actually lives on the side of Genji.
So low. Canyon blocking the damage there. Looked like it was going to backfire massively, but in the end, able to save Chovy in that situation, just about. Not quite having the damage to finish him off, not quite having the damage to finish Canyon. It's so spooky, it's so scary.
Yeah.
This is not a fun game to play. These bubbles land and it's so dangerous. And here, Keen finds the Ziggs. The follow-up's not there immediately. It's a great satchel away. And Ducktom able to disengage from the situation, puts the damage back on the Poppy, just gets deleted. And then Genji in this uncomfortable spot. And here, BDD gets so much damage. The thing is, because his ult's always going to go back, he's not under threat. If they commit anything, he just goes back. This bubble is beautiful.
Papa Murphy dares you to turn up the sweet and the heat with 3 bold new ways to pizza. Introducing the Ultimate Pepperoni with Mike's Hot Honey for flavor lovers and heat seekers alike. For just $11.99, you can start with the Bold, our Ultimate Pepperoni with 2 types of pep, or turn it up with the Bolder, Ultimate Pepperoni drizzled with Mike's Hot Honey, or go all in with the boldest, Ultimate Pepperoni with Mike's Extra Hot Honey. 1 hot oven, 3 bold pizzas, each just $11.99. Only at Papa Murphy's.
It's really critical that we have a tool that can help us communicate and help us stay coordinated. Service Titan touches every aspect of our business. It touches every associate that works for our team, but really it connects them. Service Titan is really at the hub of all that activity across the branch.
Partnering with a software company that we can utilize to scale, I think is key. If we were all back on paper or not keeping up with the changes in the marketplace, I think growth would be a lot slower.
Unfortunately here, it doesn't quite hit the Q onto Canyon.
Yeah.
Fortunate, and a lot of flashes burn to get out of that.
Oh, hook here on a Canyon. Sleepy Trouble bubble on top of it. We got Canyon in a ton of trouble, as it's not going to hit once again. BDD pulling these short just barely a couple of times. And to be fair, I mean, he was very far away, but if that lands, Canyon dies. The amount of damage that he has now, if they're going to pull the trigger here on a Chovy, he doesn't have his flash, but Perfect does, goes in with the stun, and takes him out. Canyon not going to hit it again.
I think that was spell shield actually from Cuz. Yeah, so pretty nice there. Able to pick up Chovy. And now looking towards his dragon. Oh my, the poke!
You wanted banana brush control.
There you go.
What you got is mines and a bubble.
This Poppy is also going to bruiser build, not that tanky. You can see quite clearly. Third Dragon for KT. If they get Hextech Soul, you cannot play Hextech Soul into this comp that KT has when they have Hextech Soul.
Yeah.
Like, you're already struggling to get on top of them. They have so much poke. They're so able to prod the enemy team. And now they have that in pocket. It is so massive. Yeah, so here, I mean, goes for the laser, immediately gets punished. Sparking Perfect's great. And then I think it's here, yeah. Spell Shield's just on the back end of it. I mean, honestly, he probably could have just walked out anyway, but it's about sending the message.
Not saying you knew and that you predicted it.
Yeah.
Or that you reacted to it.
I'm gonna be honest, the Kiana has felt pretty useless. The Bruiser Poppy, not really hitting the mark. Victor getting bullied out by BDD's Zoe. Ruler's trying his best. And Duro, I think, is... I don't think Duro's done anything wrong, really.
Yeah, they're just not really in a position to utilize the Blitzcrank.
Yeah.
There's so many of these fights where it's like, you know, somebody gets caught and he can't land a hook and turn the fight around, so you just kind of have this Blitzcrank sitting around.
BDD and Duckdown's inventories.
Yeah.
Like, they are both about to hit the same spike.
But one of them has a 7-stack Dark Seal.
Yeah, I mean, of course, BDD is more fed. But like, once they both hit the Shadow Flame, they're both gonna upgrade to tier 3 boots, right?
Yeah.
And that's gonna be in time for Soul Fight, or maybe Sadakan, right? And they're gonna be so strong. It's very spooky. It's very spooky for Genji. And it's not even October yet.
It's pretty close, though.
It is getting pretty close.
We are almost halfway through September.
But it isn't spooky season yet. I will say the supermarkets in the UK, they would, you know, Easter would be done and they'd have Halloween decorations out. I'm like, chill out, please.
Yeah. Got to move on to the next holiday so people can spend more money on it.
Yeah.
You got to make sure you get as much as possible. So yeah, sitting on Hextech Soul Point with your 2 carries about to hit the giant spike. What does Genji have to do here?
I think you need picks. I think you need to find isolate members and explode them. It's hard because you're into a Nocturne who can be there so quickly, but you need to find targets who are alone and isolate and just burst them, explode them, pop them before they can really get a chance to set up. It's important that you still have your mid-tier 1, so that can be a point of strength you can play around. But one thing that can happen is if you blow up one target quickly and it's a high-value target, and then Nocturne comes in, he ults in to save, it's kind of like a TP, right? You can't cancel it, and sometimes you end up going into a situation where you don't want to be there. You've committed the ult, you're like, oh no, I no longer want to commit to this.
Yeah.
So they say catch a grab onto Duckdam, and then Cuz ults in, you kill him too. That could turn this game around, because even though everything's stacked in favor of KT, they're still pretty far. The gold lead isn't that big, and also somehow Genji is 20 petals to 3 again. How?
They're making a statement. It's only Peter the pedal peddler that's getting the pedals.
Yeah, Peter the pedal peddler is the only one allowed to take pedals, apparently. The rest of them just don't believe in it.
They say they don't have the time. But you always have the time if you make time.
They need to hire like a florist who just, for KT, who just comes in and just tells them the importance of pedals. Yeah. To pedal the pedals to them, because
pedal the pedal to the pedal peddler?
Yeah.
Peter?
This is kind of unreal. Like, because they've had control in this game. It's very clear that they're just not hitting them.
You just don't want them.
I don't get it, because it's like...
They're making a statement.
Like, I'd understand if they made like a really annoying noise when you hit them, but they don't. Maybe they need to give it so whenever you hit the pedal, it makes the hard steel noise.
Oh, yeah.
Then KT would...
They need a good noise for that.
Just makes the hard... Oh, my God. You could take the stats away, give them the hard steel noise, and I'd just be hitting them all day.
Yeah.
To be fair, even if without the noise, I'm just...
They're still hitting.
Yeah. There's something about them, you know?
You mentioned upgraded boots. Duckdown just got the upgraded boots.
Oh yeah, this is the moment. This is the big spike.
We've been waiting around for this.
BDD hasn't got his yet, but this is like a super... We do have the spike coming in from Will though. He's gotten his upgraded Mirror Mana, so he's pretty strong. But Duckdown and BDD, if BDD can get a recall now and get his upgraded boots, he also has TP. This is like both your carries are spiking super hard. And if you set up the poke here around this Hextech Soul, you can just take over. Get the vision. The vision's really important. Yep, there are those upgraded boots. So KT playing to those spikes really well. Didn't buy a control ward. I'm going to assume he didn't have enough money. I hope coaches, you know, in the coaching booth like, oh man. But they're going to control the area, and this makes it so hard to approach. No one is really tanky enough to face check a bubble into the poke.
Yeah.
Oh, they're going to use the Herald to try and force their way in.
I mean, that's one way to do it, but again, it feels very forced as now the bubble's going to hit Ruler. He's miles away from the fight.
I think Doctor should have ulted him. I think if he ulted him, he's just out the fight completely.
Yeah, well, maybe they're going to use the Poppy. Oh, no, it's going to miss. And the spell shield was there, just in case. And it looks like we're just going to get a flip here as the engage goes in on the Keen. I think you got to look at that Drake, though. Don't want to give this up for free, because it's not going to get the smite, and Gen G just get the Drake and might just be able to get out. They're spending all this time killing Keen, and it looks like they will get him. Ruler and Duro considering it, but Gen G, they're going to buy some time. They take the Drake away.
Yeah, so Drake for Gen G is a big pickup. It's worth for that one trade. It's what can KT get after?
Oh, he doesn't miss. BDD is just on a tear right now. Dredgeline going to hit Canyon.
Yeah, KT can force him off and get this mid lane tower, so a big pickup here. Oh! That beach ball.
It's so spooky.
So I still think, even though it's not like a win for Gen G in terms of like they lost the kill, they lost the tower, denying the dragon is massive. I think the game might just be over if you lose the Hextech Soul. So I think they can be happy to some degree with how this planned out. And KT put a lot of focus in the Keen. Keen soaking the pressure. Cuz doesn't manage to get the smite. And then he just goes, you know what, we'll just take the Poppy kill. Moves over there, takes that. And then their position here, they have control of this side of the map, around the center, around mid, and they're able to zone them away very effectively with their composition. I will say though, considering how much KT was spiking in terms of items, the fact that Gen G managed to get that specific dragon is very big. Because that was definitely a point I was extremely worried about how a 5v5 would go.
Just felt like if KT were a little bit more aggressive down the river, like
it's
could have at least poked them out.
It's difficult with their composition because you're playing around like poke and you're playing around like the Sleepy Trouble bubble. So if one is hit, if one misses or you use it and it's on cooldown, you can't just run at the enemy team. It's not like Gen G's comp last game where you just run at the enemy team when you're strong.
Yeah.
You can't do that, so I think they have to some degree give up some space, which obviously let Gen G get in. Now though, Gen G is setting up around Arakan. This is a dangerous game to, oh, the double blue trinket though. Yeah. Was that double? Or was that, they only have one?
I think it was just one.
Okay, it looked like two for some reason.
Yeah. Trying to look for the hook, not gonna hit it.
A little spooky.
Yeah.
Okay.
Spookiness all around.
You don't need to get baited by the Arakan either.
Yeah, just poke them out.
Yeah, just land some poke. But I think, honestly, the Sleepy Trouble bubble into Zigzol combo at this point, I don't think, it's not one-shot level, but it's enough to send someone home.
Yeah.
Send them to the base.
And Ruler doesn't have TP. Yes, there are Hex Gates, but maybe...
Well, you have the Nocturne as well, so maybe Sleepy Trouble bubble into Mega Infinity Bubble into Nocturnal.
That is the idea.
But you're probably just killing the Nocturne if you send them into like 5 people just to finish off a low HP target. So I don't think it's needed. But
if it were Ruler in mid lane alone,
yeah, that works.
Yeah.
Or they're TPing Peter back in to keep up the pressure. Okay. Canyon is just able to kind of sit in this brush and spam invisibility and be annoying.
Yeah.
He's also level 15. He has farmed pretty effectively this game.
That's pretty much all he's been doing. As Trevi's top.
They want to force the TP. This is a dangerous spot to be in against the Kiana, though.
Yeah, I gotta be careful they get the TP and they back. They know they're ahead, but they know that one fight could turn it.
Yeah, and you don't want to get kind of ulted there. Again, oh man. Especially with a shred from the Anakin, you just get decimated.
Yeah.
Oh, Cuz did go for a recall, picks up the Sterak. So it's kind of this, you have the Hex Gates which get you back quicker, but we kind of have this delicate position where both teams are like trying to recall, trying to get back, keeping up the pressure. Anakin don't want to give anything up. If you want to push a wave in a different lane, it's like you have limited time windows to do it. It's a minute till Dragon though, and I think that's why both teams have kind of gone, okay, we need to go recall. We have had more items come in, but it's not like full items, just components. So no one's really hitting a big major spike after the spikes we had from the last Dragon. And I do think part of a factor of that is we've been sharing waves. Everyone's been so focused on this Atakan, they haven't actually been farming as efficiently. And so we haven't had people completing or just get this much gold as before. Oh,
all right.
Okay, it's just on the Keen, so...
Yeah, he can. Just, oh, they're not coming in the hook! And Duro just sits him down. Just take a seat, although the damage is coming out from the Ziggs. And they're trying to push into this one. The Victor, though, is totally safe. And a ton of damage is coming out from Ruler at the same time. The poke, though, is going to get Duro down. Keen's perfect around him. Oh! He's just walking over mines and getting hit by bombs. And that is not what you want to see if you're a Gen Z fan. Ruler, though, trying to frontline here. And is doing a ton of damage. Keen as well. Super low has to walk away.
Dr. saving the play there. Oh! Close.
The dragon's up.
Yeah, because they're still alive. Canyon's not up for a while. They can get Soul here. They're going to get back on the map quickly. It's Hex Gates as well. This was huge from Duro, but it ends up backfiring. He flashes to get the play, gets the Zoe, but they chase into the Ziggs. And the mine value is so huge here. Dr. just placing down these minefields as they're kiting backwards.
This one
here. It does so much damage. Chovy walks into like all of them. Look how low he is.
Yeah.
And he gets hit by a bouncing bomb into the Comet. Oh, it's massive. And that secures them Soul. Dr. such a hero. And now looking at Atakan as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
If he minefields, he just did it. Minefields that choke there. You just can't approach. Okay, they back away. I think it's the right call. You don't need to rush into this. You have Hextech Soul.
And if they try to do it, you can just poke them down, essentially. You see Canyon gets hit by one thing.
Oh, and with the Hextech Soul as well, once you get hit, you get clipped by Illusions, everyone's slowed in the whole team.
Yeah.
Then the bouncing bomb hits. It's so frustrating to play into. And now they're considering looking for this. They have chunked them out and forced them away. Clear the vision out.
Yeah. I mean, you can move in, you can clear vision. If you do commit, though, you just gotta play it carefully once again. As they know this is happening, Ward is nearby. Canyon is going to walk up through the bottom lane. And that has been the angle of attack. That bubble's gonna hit Duro, gonna delay him, but still, the respect shown by KT.
They know they have the Soul for the rest of the game, so they just don't need to do anything crazy. And it's, you know, Genji can't just rush Atakan into this composition, so they're trying to set up in a position where they can do it, but again, their composition isn't the best for just raw brawling, so they don't want to get stuck on the objective and bait them in. But a big spike coming in, Void Staff completed there for Dr. I think BDD's approaching his third item as well. That's a lot of damage. Ziggs does do a lot of damage.
Yeah. And a lot of just damage that's sitting on the ground that he doesn't need to be casting for if you lay down the mines and everybody starts walking over them. It was so funny that Chovy like walked back through the mines, like he tried to like get all of them, like tried to collect them all.
You know what's funny is that Chovy, when he played Ziggs, he maxed W second, right? Yeah. He didn't max E second. Maybe he's just not used to Ziggs mines doing so much damage, you know?
Calling him out.
They do a lot of damage when you max them, right? Dr. He's got that, he maxed that E second. He did the big damage with the mines, you know?
Yeah. Team blue buff over here.
So, has to be respected. It's not a huge goal lead, but there's so many things stacked in favor. The only thing not stacked in favor really is the pedals. 21 to 3 still. It does mean if you get the Atakan though, it's very significant because pedals are worth more the less you have.
Yeah.
So it would give up.
Uh-oh.
They have to zigzag,
Ruler.
zigzag.
Zigzag over the top. There's the Nocturne. That's the combo. They don't get the kill though. Ruler going to live, and BDD says, I'll get the kill. Don't you worry. As he's going on in, they keep him around with the bubble. As everybody doesn't get to play the game, they're just running away, tail tucked. And there's nothing they can do. As now they've got an opportunity to go for that Atakan.
Their jungler is down, but Cuz is up a good amount sooner than Canyon is.
Looking for it again, BDD playing with fire. He's got that flash. As now the damage comes in. Chovy steps up and dies. Chovy now. 0 and 4 on the Victor. KT, now they'll take the Atakan.
That's going to be enough for it. Take out the mid laner as well. I love Cuz just flying in, sacrifices himself for the kill, but the cleanup's there. The artillery cannon's firing, backing up the Nocturne. And Genji just don't really have a response to these long-range picks. So the Sleepy Trouble bubble hits.
No flash.
there.
Flash to flash.
After the ult, he almost gets one shot. He does just survive, but then this is there. The second bubble comes through.
Keep going.
Oh, and he finds it again.
Let's look for one more.
And then here, Chovy cancels the back. They look for him with the hook, but then he has that flash in pocket.
This is not fine.
Yeah. Look at that damage from the Ziggs.
Score! He's losing his mind. They might be sending Gen G to a game 5 if they win this.
And remember, if KT, if they win this, then is one last game for World qualification.
That's insane.
They are in such a good position on this one. They got the Arakan, they put them up to 13 petals. It's a lot of XP. Obviously, the less you have, the more it's worth. Docdam is now level 17, by the way. He is the highest level in the game. He's only slightly behind Perfect on XP. The Ziggs is pumping damage at the moment. And I'm going to be real, the Kiana has been pretty much invisible. The Bruiser Poppy has kind of been whatever. Chovy's been struggling, he's been outranged. Ruler is kind of the only real threat, and he's got no sums.
Yeah.
They don't have the Mikhails as well for the Sleepy Trouble bubble, so if he gets hit by a sleep, he's just kind of cooked, as we saw there.
Yeah, I mean, it just feels like Duro, not just Duro, but the team themselves are so far behind that they're just lacking significant item breakpoints like that Mikhails. And just for, you know, a couple more items for the Victor could be enough to potentially fight back in some of these poke wars, but
it's just the range.
Getting outranged.
Yeah, it's so hard to deal with the range. If you're ahead, it's a different story because you can move forward, you can threaten hooks, you can control areas. When you're behind and the enemy team has a Hextech Soul, you can't even walk up, really, in this situation. And the fact that your Kiana, this Feast of Famine pick, is so far, I mean, not even behind in goal, but just not relevant.
Yeah.
You need to be ahead of the curve with this pick. And I can't even remember a single play Canyon's made this game that's felt impactful.
It just hasn't been one.
It just hasn't hit.
He had a couple opportunities earlier, but after all the Drakes went over essentially for free, there wasn't much they could do. We got Elder spawning right now, and they still can't really approach. I mean, they're trying to push mid as a team.
The thing is, you can't trade Elder for Baron. We've seen that obviously backfire before.
Yep.
Into a Zig Zoe. They can siege without Baron. You give them Elder, they'll just take your base. They have gotten control of the river pretty well.
Yep.
This is good for Gen G, but they have to try and stop KT pushing in. The Gravity Field will do a decent job. They're starting the objective.
They're just going to start it up and just hope for a flip. And if they get it, maybe they can win it. I mean, Gen G, they're not out of it just yet. The poke is coming in. As now the paranoia, and massive bomb up to 5! As the damage is there, Toby is dead, but Ruler is still alive. The hook on the Perfect might just be enough as he goes into GA. Ruler's still alive, gonna take out the Nautilus. As BD and Ducktom, they're kind of flying alone here. Perfect, pretty low.
Canyon's still up is the big thing. They need to get the Dragon to reset because he's got a smite.
Ruler, he's just desperately asking for one auto.
Perfect found Canyon.
Perfect did find Canyon. As where did the Blitz go? Where did the Corky go? They're both dead to the Zoe and the Ziggs.
BDD Zoe brings it out on match point for Gen G, and he brings out the classic to win the game. Now, Canyon's coming down with Smite. This is risky if he can get there in time. Cuz up in 10 though, and he has ult as well.
They have so much vision. Well, at least with the Banana Rush. They have
make a break
out here.
Just make a break for Canyon.
Oh, it's spotted. And now they can just wait. TP coming in from Chovy.
Wait, Cuz is gonna gate in and then he can ult. He can just ult.
Yeah, he can just ult. Poke coming in, they're trying to burst it down as Canyon's gonna land an ult, and now it just goes to Swain. As in goes Cuz, he takes the Elder, and that should be it. KT gonna be forcing a game 5 here against Gen G tonight.
What an absolute masterclass on this pick. BDD dominating on